Why are you being so nice to me?
I want to help, so let me.
She's my daughter, and I'm gonna find the answers.
Did you feel like you were pushed to do something you didn't want to do?
That's your plan. What has my granddaughter done now?
You got exactly what you want.
The real fun's going to start when Monica opens her will and leaves everything to Jason. Classic. I'm still loving how Jason got all fired up yesterday talking to Anna, like he was about to win an award for Best Dad, when he declared that he thinks of Michael as his son. Seriously, Steve Burton totally nails those emotional scenes. Can't get enough of them. But who's Jason even talking to in that moment, though? Just curious. Speaking of confusion, when someone says being pushed into something you didn't want to do, is that a nod to Brooke not wanting to give up her baby? And does she even know Gio is her kid? I mean, the whole family clearly adores him, so he's definitely sticking around. But if Brooke finds out, she'll probably have an emotional breakdown. Honestly, who could blame her? Then there's poor Chase. He'd be such an amazing dad. Those Uncle Chase and Violet scenes, oh, I totally teared up at their goodbye. Violet handing over her stuffed animal to remember her by was just too much. Kids can be so innocent it hurts. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but can we please stop dragging out the snooze fest that is the Trina storyline? It's got all the depth of a kiddie pool. At this point, I'd rather watch Jason do anything other than that. Now that's real drama. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. So Alexis finally learned the truth about Sam today. Yep, Portia and Dr. Gannon spilled the beans, and honestly, I miss Sam too. I've got to hand it to Tracy. She's a treasure in all her snarky, eye-roll-inducing glory. But seriously, why does she have such a vendetta against Sasha? It's almost impressive at this point. Brennan and Carly were actually pretty adorable today. I'm also kind of shocked by the recast for Emma. I mean, little Emma growing up? Yeah, she was sweet, innocent, and definitely not the type to play a rebellious 21-year-old. But this new actress? She's killing it. She's got the look, the vibe, and I swear she might be related to the old Emma Scorpio Drake. Someone should look into that. My bet? Carly's about to pull off some heroic stunt and save Jack Brennan's life. You know, just when Valentin's ready to strangle him, Carly's going to have an epiphany during her chat with Felicia and swoop in to save the day. It'll be just in time, too, before Valentin can add Brennan to his list of victims. But hey, don't quote me on that. It's just a hunch. Honestly, I've never been more grateful for Ned. He's the only thing stopping Tracy from turning the house into her own personal circus. She really needs to find a hobby. Valentin's about to go full villain mode on Brennan. That was a cliffhanger for the ages, folks. Oh, and as for Michael, the doctors decided to knock him out with a medically induced coma, because why not, right? Sasha? Oh, she just screamed to an entire room full of Quartermaines that she's pregnant. Yep, that happened. Meanwhile, Tracy, in typical fashion, was being a total you-know and demanding Sasha climb a ladder to grab some mouse. Because, of course. And the hospital, has anyone bothered to call the cops about the murders? I'm honestly confused. Why is the chief of staff spilling details to Alexis? And why hasn't anyone called in the police yet? Yes, I get it. Alexis is Sam's mom. But that still doesn't explain why the investigation seems to be happening on hospital grounds. Did I miss the part where the cops were involved? Or is the hospital just running its own private detective agency now? Wouldn't it just be hilarious if Monica left the house and, oh, all her money to Jason? I mean, why not? It's not like he has any major issues, right? And speaking of people not doing what they're supposed to, can we talk about why Lulu hasn't bothered to see Nicholas yet? I'm just dying to know what's going on there. Honestly, I really wish Finn were still around to support Chase right now. After the bombshell he just got, the guy could really use his brother. But hey, It's not like Finn's gone forever. He's just a phone call away, right? Can't forget Violet, though. That little girl's a ray of sunshine. Oh, and speaking of Chase, looks like we're officially ruling him out for any future fatherhood roles. Which, of course, makes it even more ridiculous that Brooklyn now has to tell him that she and Cody have a son named Giovanni, because of course they do. Now that the whole Chase can't be a dad thing is out in the open, my prediction is that Brooklyn's going to get all nostalgic and try to track down the baby she gave up. Just a little theory I'm throwing out there. But seriously, can we talk about Willow for a second? The way she's acting lately. I'm honestly thinking she might choose Drew over Nina at this point. I mean, Nina's right. Hindsight's 20/20. This whole mess could have been avoided if Nina had just told the truth from the start, especially after Willow told her about kissing Drew. But nope, here we are. Willow's sick and acting like Drew is her whole world, when, let's be real, he's a snake. The guy doesn't even consider how this whole mess affects Monica. I mean, Willow and Michael's kids have no clue about their parents' issues. So it's kind of messed up for Willow to be all over Drew while Michael's in the hospital. And Drew? Oh, he's got plans. A 5-bedroom house and all, if you catch my drift. And then there's Anna. Oh, Anna, how you make me sick with the way you treat Jason. She gives him these endless orders, then turns around and lies to him or says she can't give him the info he needs. It's like a broken record. Help me, Jason, but I'm not going to give you what you want in return. She's been doing this with Valentin and every other case they've worked on, and honestly, I can't believe Jason just takes it. What is happening with the writers here? Jason used to be amazing at reading people, so why can't he see that Anna's totally lost the plot? Wouldn't it be a great twist if Lulu went to a follow-up appointment, took some meds, or, heaven forbid, showed any sign of discomfort? Just a thought. Also, while I'm at it, here's my hot take. Every actor has good days and bad days, so maybe, just maybe, we should stop roasting them so we don't end up with no actors to watch. Just a suggestion. And for the love of common sense, here's a PSA. There are 205 Steve Burton-related members in this group. Newsflash. This is not the real actor. Seriously, people, wake up. The actors you watch on the show are not sliding into your DMs to chat with you. They're bots or spam accounts, and somehow some of you are falling for it. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Speaking of tragic situations, how heartbreaking is the whole Monica storyline now that we know she's out of the picture? Cue the sadness. Okay, here's a fun theory. What if Drew isn't really Drew? What if he's Shiloh 2.0? Maybe Shiloh had a long-lost twin brother who's now out for revenge. I mean, it would explain all the weird, out-of-character behavior. This Drew is just not the same livable guy we knew. It's like someone switched the script halfway through. And just imagine this little gem. Nina should be pregnant with Drew's baby. Plot twist of the century. Oh, and about Anna. If she's so concerned about Jason going after Sidwell, why even tell him about him? Like, wasn't it kind of obvious that was just asking for trouble? Way to keep the peace, Anna. Now, Natalia, the bombshell. She's still hanging around, but why? She's got nothing to do unless they're building up to the fact that she's somehow the one causing all the trouble. But hey, maybe she's secretly the mastermind, or just extra filler at this point. And can we talk about this supposed Sunny-Natalia relationship? Am I the only one who feels zero chemistry between them? Like, I don't even see them as friends. Watching them interact is like watching paint dry. It's so flat that I can't even bother to pay attention to their scenes. Spoiler alert, you're not missing anything if you skip them. The idea that Monica would ban Drew from Quartermaine property? Absolutely laughable. Monica and Alan both had their fair share of affairs during their marriage. Monica's done a lot of things over the years, but being a hypocrite? That's not usually her style. As much as I hate to admit it, Drew actually had a point when he called out Monica's continued support of AJ, despite all the chaos he caused. Yet, somehow, Drew having an affair with Michael's wife is painted as the ultimate sin, worse than anything AJ ever did. Go figure. And on another note, I'm sorry, but even Steve Burton's on my side here. Whoever's playing Maxie clearly isn't doing well. She needs some real nourishment, and I'm not talking about a few green juices. As someone who's been in the medical field and seen people post-surgery, I can tell you that some come out fine and some don't. Maxie's one of the ones who's not doing so great, clearly lacking the nutrition her body needs. I mean, I personally chose the medication route and dropped from 209 pounds to 130, and I feel fantastic. So yeah, I'm happy with my choice. But when it comes to this actress, I just don't think surgery was the right option for her. She's not getting the proper nutrients, and it's clearly affecting her health. I keep warning everyone that Valentin's a bad guy, but somehow he's still a favorite. Seriously, is anyone paying attention here? And don't even get me started on Chase. He's out here trying to make Willow feel all sunshine and rainbows after she just did something awful without a shred of remorse. Where's the logic in that? Then there's Drew, acting all surprised that Monica and the rest of the family are giving him the cold shoulder after he slept with his nephew's wife. Honestly, that level of shock is just pathetic. Also, has anyone seen Emma? Where did she go? Tracy somehow dodged all the heat this time. Lucky her. But that scream, what was that about? And seriously, why is Tracy so nasty to Sasha? The woman needs to chill. On the bright side, Brennan is smooth, and I'm actually liking the vibe between him and Carly. They're giving off some decent energy. It's nice to see the Quartermains again, but let's be real, no one can replace Alan, Leela, Monica, or Edward. Those were the real legends. Oh, and speaking of legends, what's your take on Chase being unable to have kids? That's gotta sting. Natalia, or as I mistakenly called her, Natalie, but hey, that's what happens when you're trying to remember a character that feels like she's barely there. Honestly, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what's off about her makeup. It's just not working. Maybe a brighter lipstick? Her beauty is undeniable, but her makeup isn't doing her justice at all. I remember her from another soap, and she looked fantastic there, so I'm not sure what happened here. She's a gorgeous woman, no doubt, but let's be real, her character is a disaster. The introduction was a mess, and since then, they've tried to reboot her into different scenarios, but it's just not clicking. Why does she even add deception? We already have Lucy, Maxie, Tracy, BLQ, and now Lulu. What? Did they lose the memo that Tracy's been running the show and probably has her own personal financial team on speed dial? I'm half expecting her to get thrown into some lackluster romance with Sunny, which, let's be honest, no one is really demanding. The potential for this character seems so limited. Changing her lipstick or eyeliner isn't going to magically make the audience love Nutella. Yes, I'm going with that name now. Honestly, the show should just retire the character. Send her off to PR with her mom, or maybe a world tour with Blaze. Anything that gets her out of the picture. She's been on for almost a year now, and besides her fans from other projects, I doubt anyone would really miss her. I'm willing to bet she's not making the top 5 of anyone's GH favorites list. Plus, I guess she's one of the higher paid actresses, so cutting her might actually be a win for the show's budget. Eva could easily land some Hallmark or Lifetime movie roles or something like that. I don't want to wish anyone out of work, but Natalia just doesn't fit in on GH, in my opinion. Petition to bring back Martin's beard. I can't be the only one who misses Martin Gray's glorious beard, right? Sure, maybe the actor decided to shave it off and ditch the accent for the sake of his own sanity on set. You know, just to make life a little easier. Because who wouldn't want to ditch the constant struggle of growing facial hair that may or may not even be real? But honestly, if I had to choose, I'd vote for the accent to make a grand comeback. At least it was entertaining. The beard? Well, that was just iconic. Has anyone else noticed the recent wave of moving set pieces? It's almost like they've started a game of "Where's that painting now?" Take the Q Mansion paintings, for example. Suddenly, they're hanging in Drew's DC hotel room. Then there's Laura's sofa and chair, which pop up in Carly's hotel room in Germany. Oh, and let's not forget that same sailboat painting that's been everywhere, from Drew's DC room to the Q Mansion. And honestly, there are probably more examples, but my memory's not perfect. Sure, we're all familiar with the bar or restaurant set that gets recycled across cities, Paris, Prague, you name it. But now, we've got smaller, easily recognizable pieces, which, by the way, are probably dirt cheap, getting shuffled around. Makes you wonder if the budget's really as tight as they say. We all know television production isn't exactly pocket change. Prospects got a mountain of sets and an absurd amount of furniture to match. What they don't have? A limitless budget for, well, all the little details. They're not expecting anyone to pause the show and start cross-referencing furniture like it's a scavenger hunt. Let's just be thankful this magnificent show is still on the air, shall we? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.